Now, the first thing I'm doing, where is Brighton? Where is Crystal Palace? Where is Southampton? And then obviously the top six. So first things first. Maybe they won't finish in the. Maybe we won't finish in the top four. But I mean, the season hasn't started. You've got no choice but to go for it. If you can't get top four, then bring players or people or coaches who can. It is what it is. Probably not. And you look, Spurs look like they're solidifying fourth. I think Chelsea will be up there. Obviously, nobody's talking to City and Liverpool. It is what it is. Crumbs in the bottom of tea is good money. Still, you're scatty, but I can't trust you. But anyways, as I said, the first thing I look for is all the away games. In fact, every potential away game. You know, Brighton away, Southampton away, Crystal Palace away, which is the start of the season. All the bulky teams and things like that. Then we look at the big six. So in August, where Arsenal are concerned, we've got Crystal Palace away. We actually kick off the Premier League part of the season. So we're going to bring the entertainment. Crystal Palace away, Leicester at home, where Telemans could make his home debut, assuming he signs against his former employers. Bournemouth away, you know that's going to be filled with. And Fulham came to the Emirates. Eddie Nketiah and Matt Ryan had to rescue a point for us. You've then got Aston Villa. September starts with Manchester United away. Now, I've just been speaking about away games, people. You know, away games. We don't travel well. I mean, you know, G1 says, so I got to say it. We won the league at United's ground, so we do travel well there. But if you need to be able to go to grounds like Old Trafford and get 3 points, or definitely if you've got 3 points on one hand, or if you've got thingy, or if you've got a point in another, you need to walk away with something. We don't travel well to Old Trafford, even despite the fact that they're not Sir Alex Ferguson's Man United. The fact that they were terrible last year. Obviously, they beat us, we beat them. We need to do better there, in it, really and truly. So first things first, you know, Manchester United away. You heard me speak slightly before of holding on to leads. You took the lead at Man United. Didn't walk away with it. We didn't follow runners. You know, we didn't focus in the last period. You know, players are switching off, things that you shouldn't be doing there. So Manchester United away, same logic. Brentford away. Our away form was toilet yesterday, last season. Brentford away from home at the start of the year, we can discount because it was a shambles, but we got collapsed. So there's 2 away games in September. You know, I'm looking at our away games. I want 3 to 4 away wins. I can't lie to you. Home, you know what needs to be done, really and truly. So September's a techie month. And this is where you need to start building up momentum. So September is Man United away, Everton at home, and then Brentford away. October is the North London derby again. October's long. October is long. Oh Lord, October is long. October is long. All right. I mean, everyone's got to play each other. Everyone's got to play each other. Everyone's got to play each other twice in the league, I guess. But all right, September is mad still. Obviously, we beat Spurs at home last year. Listen, I'm an Arsenal man, but boy, the way Spurs are moving, the way we're moving, we might get collapsed in that game. Hopefully, Conte leaves by then. But we've got Tottenham at home on the 1st of October. I believe that says the 8th. Then you've got Liverpool. Leeds, obviously, we won there last year, but again, away form, Leeds away, Manchester City at home, Southampton away, and Nottingham Forest have had been a bit of a bogey team whenever we bucked them. So October's peak. We need momentum. We need momentum going into October. October's peak. And again, where Manchester City at home's concerned, obviously, boy, Liverpool and City, they're the only teams I will really give Arsenal a blight because we can't talk to them. But the way Arsenal fans were moving about the performance at the Emirates, you would have thought we took 3 points. Spurs actually beat them. We need to actually win games like that. So I'm giving you a discount, but you need to stand up in a game like that. Southampton away is a bogey team for us. Last season, we collapsed it. Go and win there. Simple as that. Manchester City and Liverpool, I'll give you a blind, but we need to actually start beating these top 6 sides. It's as simple as that, really and truly. Don't expect us to, but boy, 3 of the top 4 in October in Spurs, Liverpool, and City. Make no mistake, Nottingham Forest, Southampton away, and Leeds away are not going to be easy fixtures. So October's a pivotal month, really and truly. November, we've got Chelsea and Wolverhampton away from home. So Stamford Bridge dance floor. We're going to need Nuno Tavares and Nketiah again. I'm playing Wolves again. You're going to have to put in a performance. No ground is nice to go to season on top of 13 L's as to why our season didn't happen. So you need to stand up to be counted. There's no excuses. We've got to remember there's a World Cup, so there's a bit of a blight. We're not going to see the festive period per se. Again, all of these fixtures are subject to changing and things, but we've got West Ham at home. You need to win that. Boy, I've just spoken. I don't need to keep repeating the same things about away from home. December, you've got Brighton, so you need to end the year. So how many away games is that before the turn of the year? That's August is 1, 6, 7, 8, 9 away games from the start from the start of the season to the end of the year. 9 away games. I hope Arsenal and specifically Arteta are putting them 9 away games on a board and saying this is what we need to do. Same way they're putting 13 L's. You, man, when you're going for pre-season, you need to look at the 13 losses you had. Some games you played better, sometimes you failed to win. Just learn, innit? Away from home is going to make the difference. Brighton away from home last year was lucky not to lose that. That was the biggest culture shock I saw for Tomiyasu and Lokonga. Lokonga didn't quite recover. Tomiyasu did a get back. We kick off the new year against Newcastle. Then we've got Spurs, away from home. When did we last win at Shire Hart Lane? We ain't travelled there well, and we got our asses handed to us. Porters got smacked up last season. And then you've got Manchester United again. So again, there's no breathing room. February we go to Everton away. You got 3 away games in February, really. Everton, Aston Villa, and Leicester. Just after the Everton game, you've got Brentford. In March, you've got Bournemouth, Fulham, and Crystal Palace. You need to be going on a run. April, decisive period. We've got Leeds United, Liverpool away, West Ham away, Southampton at home, City away, and Chelsea. So April and October for me are brazy. I can't lie, very brazy, very, very brazy. We're a Bandulu team in it, like we're a very big team. It wouldn't surprise me if we did what we did in I don't know. We lost these 3 against Man United, Everton, and Brentford, and then we somehow beat Spurs, Liverpool. See, we're a Bandulu team. We did that last season to a degree, even though I'm being wishful. So yeah, April's a decisive month. Once again, Leeds United at home, Liverpool away, West Ham away, Southampton at home, Manchester City away, and then Chelsea again. In May, the penultimate month of the season, Newcastle away. Don't need to, again, away from home is going to make a difference. You know what happened when we went there. You know what happened the last couple of times we've been Nottingham Forest in cups, Brighton at home, you know what happened last season. You need to put in a performance there. Wolverhampton, you need to be claiming points. I don't want to see you lot losing against any of your promoted sides. I'm not going to lie. I'm not looking forward to going to any away game, especially Bournemouth and Northampton and Nottingham Forest, on top of obviously the obvious ones. So yeah, that's Arsenal's fixture list, people. It's going to start with Crystal Palace away from home and end with Wolves away from home. So yeah, we're going to have to stand up to be counted, really and truly. There's no excuses. Let's just hope the team and the manager really understand the squad that they have and the depth that's required. There is 5 subs. The season does start early. There is a World Cup here. Player welfare has to be something because players are never getting a rest. They had some players had a very long season and some are still playing for their countries and it's just finishing off now. Then they're going to be on holiday and still doing pre-season. Then they're going to do pre-season. Then they've got the World Cup. Then the season resumes. Then they've got the Nations League. So player welfare is something that should be taken into consideration, but this is where you need a depth and a squad because it's about the consistency. There's many different games here. You can't really, I've never been that guy looking at fixtures and saying, oh, win this, win that. Some guys that are the guys in August are going to be not the guys in May, as you've seen that. If you was to go back last season and look at according to months, there was different flavors of the month. If I was honest, probably around September, October, man was screaming Lacazette new deal and I don't like Martinelli and Tavares is the best left back and Marie is the best centre half at the club and all this nonsense. But yeah, that's where Arsenal are concerned. Again, we're going to look at the more broader Premier League fixtures schedule list in a hot second, people. Let me just make a timestamp. Fixture list reaction. Let's call it that. So yeah, big up yourselves, people. So yeah, what are you lot saying before I carry on, man? A little unbeaten run is sticky. There's no easy games in the Prem. You have to relish it, man. It is what it is. Arteta's going to have to show what he learned under Pep this season. Tactics, rotation need to be on point. Lack of squad depth will haunt us like it does year in, year out. Arteta needs to rotate more slick. But the thing is, rotation is catch-22 because I ultimately think, obviously, Arteta failed to, among the obvious that we've spoken about, our ability to rotate or have those players, that means there's not a drop off in quality. Listen, I don't think Ben White's amazing, but we lose something in terms of progressive passes when he's not in the team. Clearly, when Tierney, Partey, and Tomiyasu have been injured, or when they were injured, that was the beginning of the end. But at the same time, I do think a big part as to why Arsenal's form was going a long place is because we was playing the same team. We was playing the same guys. As much as Saka needs rest, and there has to be times to pull him out of the team, but man, need to get 3 points. Saka helps us get 3 points. So people were saying, oh, Lokonga's been unfairly dealt with. Ainsley's been unfairly dealt with. I have liked the fact that there's stability. We're playing the same team. Relationships are being built. Of course, you need to be able to bring a man in and take a man out and pause and do these sort of things and make sure there's not a drop-off in quality. He has to utilize the squad. I'm not going to say the pressure's on Arteta, because at the end of the day, I don't know what they're judging their process internally as a club. If he finished 5th again, would he necessarily be sacked? I don't know. Should he? Yes. He's been given a new deal. As you know, at Arsenal, not that I want anyone to be sacked. It has to turn really, really bad before someone goes. But, I don't know if there's pressure, but he needs to put pressure on himself. His ability to rotate players, or if you don't necessarily want to rotate, the players that are available, make sure there's not a drop-off in quality. Because I know Arsenal fans like to do this whole, if this guy never got injured, bro, injuries happen. It's like being a chef and not expecting to cut your fingers, or selling drugs and expecting not to be in jail or have run-ins with the police. It comes with the flipping territory. Like, our ability to play without Tomiyasu, without Partey, and without Tierney, 3 players where, just based on what Tomiyasu, as good as he's been shown us this season, historically, as Tierney and Partey have been here, they're not going, I want to be wrong, touch wood, pause. I hope to God that that's the case. Inshallah, that they stay fit. But if you was betting money, significant money, nobody here is going to bet on all 3 of those to stay fit for 30. I'm not even going to say 38, 30 Premier League games. And again, if we do the same things again and again, then the conclusion we're going to find ourselves at. It's, literally. So again, and on top of that, there's 5 subs now, and you're in more competitions this season. So it's really self-explanatory. If we do the same things, what I don't want to see happen is, because it's our best finish in a while, we start thinking like some of these players are levels, they can help us, they can learn with a year's more experience. If we just didn't drop silly points, this would be the same squad that got us in top 4. I hope that there's not that complacency and there's not that romance, because very few minority of these players can really help us in our hearts. Some of these players, can play well for 4, 5, 6 games, but past that, the juice runs out. And you've seen that we've got bare seasonal flavor of the month players. We're going to need depth. And on top of that, we're in more competitions.